What's happening, man? What's happening?
What is going on?
Not too much, man. I'm trying to get together. I had my got my booster the other day, yesterday or whenever, and I'm kind of like loopy because it does that to you, I guess. Um, but I'll make it through. It's all good. Um, let's see. We'll get started here in a minute, and we got a guest tonight. You know how we do. Got a guest tonight. So
Realm of Toys, what's up? Thank you for joining us. Toronto
yeah,
Charger, 15 minutes. This is Terrell Comics. No problem, bro.
yeah. He's in the green room getting ready to come in. Um, he's giving speaking of green, he's giving a green a second to jump in, and then we'll get started. So how was the stuff, man? The halls. I saw your halls from the Legend Con. There's green. There's green. What's up, man?
What's
Green,
up,
what up?
fellas? What up,
I
dudes?
saw the halls. The halls.
It was it was it was a different experience, I could say. Uh
hmm
compared to like the Toy
hmm
Con.
Yeah.
There was a lot of pros to it, but there was also quite a few cons to being
Some
Cons at the
cons after
con.
cons.
Yeah.
What?
yeah, pretty
Green
much.
and nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like day one. So the line was ridiculous. It was it
Wow.
was it was bananas.
Hmm.
And when 9 o'clock hit, they only started letting like 15 people at a time
Oh wow.
inside
Oh shit.
to purchase. So the whole time, everybody's thinking that that one line is
Uh-huh.
just for the exclusive table because that's what
Oh,
the map said.
okay.
But it wasn't. So the line was literally to get to the Four Horsemen table for regular purchases,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was like a gap, and then there was another table right after where once you finish making your purchases for Four
Mm-hmm.
Horsemen, you go buy the exclusive.
Wow.
So what people were doing by the time I got to the front were they would walk around because there was vendors by those tables. They would
Yes.
Hmm.
pretend that they were at the mythic table
Uh-huh.
and then just go straight to the exclusive table and skip everybody.
Oh,
Oh
oh, that's
wow.
dirty.
Yeah, that's
So
grimy.
um I'm assuming it was after I left, but when I left yesterday, I heard that after a while the Four Horsemen team decided to take the exclusives to the lobby area and sell them from there so that the lines could go down because the
Yeah,
line
yeah.
was
But it's
like
still
two
crazy.
Wow.
blocks long. It was like 2, 3 blocks long.
Damn, man. That's
Damn.
not cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So today
Hmm.
was way better.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, there was a lot more people when I arrived at five
Uh-huh.
o'clock this morning,
Uh-huh.
but
Wow.
they did it much better. They told you guys right off the like right off the bat that it was exclusives will be sold in the lobby, so it'll be two separate lines. So I went from being like number
Okay.
300 on the line at 5 o'clock this morning
Uh-huh.
to being like number 10
Wow.
on the exclusive line, 10, 11 around there.
Okay. That's not bad at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And once nine
No,
o'clock
that
hits,
well
literally
works. Damn.
I was like 5 minutes on the line when they finally
Hmm.
started charging people. I was like 5 minutes, and I got my two. I walked the con and then I left because I had to come home and do some stuff. I had to be a
Mm-hmm.
husband.
Nice.
Yeah.
That works, man.
Hell yeah.
So tonight, what's up, Round?
I do have the hall
What's up,
behind me.
Amelia?
Like I
What's
said,
up,
I wanted to.
Amelia?
I
Tori,
did like all of the.
oh yeah,
Wappa.
you're gonna yeah, it's time to drop it on us. And
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
bring in our dude, man.
Hmm.
Let's bring in our guest. See what's he talking about.
Get him in here.
Rex, what's up,
Hey
man?
boys.
What's
Hey,
up,
What's
brother?
going
how are you?
on,
What's going
brother?
on?
What's happening with you?
Just
What's happening? What's
hanging
good with
out.
you? Tell us what's good with you.
All is good, man. I picked up Nemo yesterday for $150, and
That's
Oh,
good, actually.
okay.
yeah. And I'm
That's
sorry,
pretty good.
I couldn't wait to tonight to open it, so I've got him here to show. But I went out and I went down to the marina here in I guess it was down. We call it the Scarborough Bluffs. It's like a cliff, but there's marina down there, and I just went and I did a forced perspective shot with Nemo, Popeye, and Cousin Eddie, just for shits. And I used what is it? You know those slat things like for cartons or whatever. I use those to. I can't remember my words because I smoked a joint just now. So.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
But anyway, I did it
Not
in
at all.
perspective. It turned out well. And I just sat in the restaurant there and had a beer and some food and did my edits. And I got a few fans just through chatting with people and saying, "Hey, I did a picture." You know? Yeah,
Nice.
I love those moments.
Yeah, you know what? I dig that. Like I love doing the street shoots or on a hiking trail where you're set up and then people come by and they're curious and they're like, "What is that?" Right? And you explain what you're doing and you end up getting. I mean, if I get followers, that's great. But it's really cool just to share what I'm doing and show how I'm doing the practical effects. And I've even had people help me. Complete strangers help me throw snow when I say go, right? Like, you know, so
that's awesome right there.
Yeah, so I love doing the studio stuff, but when you get out in the street, it gives you that opportunity to meet people, and I'm kind of like a social butterfly, right? So
it
like
totally does. It totally does.
Right?
No,
So
you're right about that. Not too much. It's been good, man. We got
Zacobius.
Jacobius. What's up, man?
Worthy in the house. What's up, man? What's up?
What's up, dude?
So yeah, man.
Right on.
What Addict says. Damn, I thought the smoke was an aerosol can. No, man.
No. It is good Canadian herb.
There you go. He's doing it. He's doing it how they really do. He's doing how they really do. But yeah, man, it's been that is like when something like that happens, it just really gets you amped up for doing what we do, this hobby, because it just makes it's the fun in it. We always talk about Blitz is always talking about that, the fun, having the fun in this hobby, and that's like when you're out, like you said, you're shooting and people just run up on you, and you can, man, that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah. And it's fun, right? And a lot of the time, you know, when I meet people in my age group and they come by and they're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, well, I'm a 53-year-old man with a toy box and a camera, right? And I say, I see a story in my head. I got to make that shit real, and this is what I'm doing right now, right? And then the conversation goes from there. But yeah,
I was gonna say you're also a man with nostalgia in your blood, so we're getting all these toys that tap into all these years and decades of nostalgia. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, you know it's funny. The funny thing about being like old school is when new school starts running away with stuff. Like when Wolverine first started getting really popular, I was into Wolverine when he was unknown. He was just like our secret Canadian superhero kind of thing. and then sometimes when they run away with it, then it's kind of like, now you're fucking them up, right? But I got past all of that, and it's more like that was ages ago when I was thinking that. But now I look at it, and when they tell stories that are not in canon, it's kind of like a what if story, right? So that gives you an opportunity to see a character you love in a situation that would be fun to explore. And I took that approach with the movies as well, right? Like when they had his claws get cut off, that's like, I'm sorry you can't cut off adamantium claws, right? But
right,
just stuff like that starts to bug you. Yeah. Also, I think we covered this, but if I ramble at any point or go on a topic too much, feel free to say, "Hey, stoned Canadian, next subject."
Hey, man, that's what the show's about. We just go with the flow.
Yeah, I'm a piggyback on the Canadian thing because that's a very interesting perspective, Terrell, to have of Wolverine. Because I guess, you know, he is a Canadian-based character. Like his whole origin is based around that. And so did he take off as a huge character, like just out, in the circuits of people who collect
pretty
and
much
like
like
stuff.
once by the time I was in high school, like they're you'd have your little pockets of nerds, right? And we all fucking love Wolverine, right? Especially if you're getting beat up all the time. The idea of Wolverine standing up against anybody was awesome.
Yes.
And so once I got bigger, all those fuckers that messed with me, I gave them a little back, right? Wolverine style.
I love it. No, that is really cool because see the difference is, and it's weird because I always wondered about that across the world when certain characters are coming from specific nationalities. Do those countries like really hone into them? And I would say that I like Captain America, I like Steve Rogers, but I was never like, oh, he's my favorite because he's Captain America. I always liked Spider-Man and other characters more than him. And it's not because I didn't feel patriotic. It's just because he just wasn't as interesting. And I like Wolverine more than Wolverine was Canadian. It's like so.
It's like that with Alpha Flight too, though, right? Like that.
Okay.
A lot of the Alpha Flight characters, like I sort of felt like I was supposed to like them because I was Canadian.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily dig them, right? But I appreciated it for the perspective that it brought, and also for the tie-in ultimately to Wolverine. And so just that they added to the backstory of Wolverine for me as a kid, that was pretty dope, right? And that we had our set of superheroes in Department H or whatever the hell, like that, all that those secret levels, like to come up with some secret Canadian agencies, kind of made us feel cool and validated,
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. No, I just always wondered about how that came off across the world. Where it would be characters that clearly have backgrounds or origins from other countries, and you get these American comic books that are coming out, and you always wonder. I think, however, that I do feel like, and this is probably bad on my part, I always like Captain Britain more than Captain America, to be honest. I love Captain Britain. And particularly after reading the Alan Davis series of comics and stuff, the like classic Alan Moore. Oh man, that's some of the best comics out there. So Captain Britain always had a soft spot for me, more so than Captain America. And I feel like Captain Britain got recognition overseas, but I don't feel like he got quite the level of recognition that I wished he would get. And I hope if he ever shows up in an interview, I hope that he's done justice and people realize what a rich character that is. Because Captain Britain's dope, dude. He's a dope character. It's just he just never got really he just didn't get the accolades. So but that Wolverine's always got him. It's like it doesn't matter what country you're from. People love Wolverine.
He's a badass, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He cares, but he doesn't care when he's confronting. So that's kind of intoxicating, especially when
exactly
you're a kid, right? But interesting, as a perspective for Captain America for me, he was like Marvel's Superman in a way, and I was very Marvel loyal. So I thought like it perfectly represented like DC has this like invincible, like the story, the character is bigger than big, right?
Right.
Captain America had to bring grit to achieve the same thing. That spoke about Marvel's characters and the depth of their characters, and I thought it was so dope that they would adopt this. Sure, he's strong and he's got a serum in him and everything, but he's not like incredibly unstoppable, right?
Nope.
And for me, I thought that was really dope that Marvel chose to go that way. Yeah, like
underdog.
When I was a kid, right?
Yeah. Underdog.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, if you don't like Superman, then I don't know. Like I love Superman too, but it just I always lean toward Marvel with my like characters that I like. With the whole X-Men thing.
I like them just a niche better than DC. Just the niche. More characters I like Marvel.
Yeah. Although I mean, there's the staples like Batman. Like I think I've always had a hard on for Batman, even as a kid. Right? Like, just all I need is money, and I could be Batman too.
And get instantly killed. Fucking cry. Oh man. So Amelia says, what have you all done this weekend? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. What do you did? Okay, so Blitz, he was
I was at Legion Con all
Yeah.
weekend.
Legion Con.
I worked all weekend.
You worked?
That's
Yeah.
where I was.
That's a shame. I worked all week, so I decided to not work on the weekend.
Nice. Yeah,
Well,
I
it's been
felt
a-
like crap yesterday and today because I did my booster shot. So yeah, that's what I did. Amelia.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to kind of experience a bit in order to not get the heavy load down the stream, right?
Yeah. But she says she has a Wolverine Funko Pop. I wanted to order. She want to order Old Man Logan. Oh, okay, cool.
Old Man Logan.
Hell yeah.
I love that story.
Mhm.
When that first came out, that kicked my ass.
Unworthy says he worked too.
Yeah.
What's up, Prime Artist? What's
Well,
going
standing on the line, if there's any consolation, standing on the line for 5 hours, it felt like work. So
I bet it did.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I bet it did.
That would.
Ooh, 5 hours.
You know, I was when I was in the I guess they call it the green
What
room
up,
or
Pablo?
whatever. I was listening to the experience a bit, and I gotta say I hope this doesn't make you hate me, but if I was one of those guys and I saw an angle, I wouldn't be like, oh well, why doesn't everybody else try this? I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm in there on the figures, right? You know, like to be honest, even though I know it's. If I'm there and it's like I clock that angle, I'm gonna run for it, right?
She says, "Bro, you stood in line for 5 hours. Yeah, that's how it be. That's Amelia. That's how it be. Whether it's at that con or San Diego Comic Con, that's how it goes.
It was worth it though. It was definitely worth it. I didn't get to stay. Like I literally went, made my purchases, and I left. I couldn't stay this weekend like I do at the toy cons, but
right.
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, before like everybody else jumped on, it has its pros, it has its cons. They did way better today than what they did yesterday.
That's good.
They easily made so much money. I'm just gonna say that.
I bet.
Easily. I mean, if they're giving out T-shirts,
they're at the bank right now, going, "Damn, we did it. We did it big."
Yeah, I mean.
Exactly, Green. counting it out. That's how it goes, man. But I mean, that's the fun thing about it, man. Getting to go to something like that.
It's the experience.
What do they have up that way for your area, Terrell? What they got? Do they do what goes on up there?
Oh, there's I have to be honest. I don't look for a lot of the events, but there's Comic-Con.
Okay.
And things like that I'll check out because I've always like it's so traditional, like just to go and walk up and down the aisles and find that treasure of wow, you know, like so I always make sure I save some cash for that, right? Then you know how like with the Mezco releases, it's always making sure you got cash to cover off your Mezco fix. I don't know about you guys, but
well, that's the thing. We've all got different fixes. I think you fall more into Mezco. I know Blitz falls in the Storm and Mythic. That's his. He goes down.
I'm playing with Scorpion right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Green and I are more loose, I guess. We cherry pick some stuff if we need to.
My current obsession is Super 7 Turtles.
Yeah, he's got and they might cheat, man. They're not cheap.
My current obsession is behind me, and you guys will see that in a few.
Yeah. Well, I was experimenting with the Kenner stuff for a little bit there, the 3.75. It's they're a lot of fun, and for $20-$30 you've got an incredibly articulated, detailed little figure, and then with the Joy Toy sets that I
those are nuts.
You can do. There's so many options, right? And also you can pack it all in one little bag if you want to take it somewhere.
It does make it more mobile.
Yeah, and I also find with McFarlane, he always finds a way to get that $30 out of me on at least one of the figures. Right? Like I'll be standing there and I'll be like, no.
It should be more.
Focus on. And then like you walk around the store and you're like, damn, it's haunting me. So you got to go back and. Yes, I will pay the 30.
Pablo says I think this is at Blitz, bro. After you left the limit on the exclusives, man, people rush back in line to buy more. That's crazy.
Because it was 2 per, but it wasn't. If you really think about it, I mean, it was called the Furious 4, so it was 2 2-packs, and you had to get both of them in order to make all 4 figures.
Right.
However, there was a 5th figure.
What?
Yeah, so it came with like a panther head in red and a panther tail and the hands, but you would have to get another body for it. So if you only had 2 per customer, I mean, you really couldn't make the fifth. The 5th figure unless you purchased it like a body parts on like eBay or whatever. But Realm was it Realm? I believe it was Realm that told me they lifted it. And people went back and were buying like 4 and 5 of them.
Man, that's crazy. That is
funny
so
stuff.
crazy.
Tell you the first guy, and Pablo was there when it happened because we were talking about it. I was like, I guarantee you, like somebody posted it on eBay already, and they don't even have it yet. Like they didn't purchase it. And sure enough, the first listing on eBay was one of the guys in the front of the line because we noticed from the picture. The picture was the carpet of the hotel.
Oh shit!
I was like, yo,
that's hilarious.
Wow.
They wanted $235 for one set.
That
$10 shipping. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
He's right.
How much did it go for to start with?
They were $100 each.
Okay.
Wow.
But I could honestly say it was full of accessories.
Yeah,
more than what Mythics.
I always dig that because that gives you so many options, not just with that figure, but with other shoots that you do, right?
Yeah. So I'm assuming like they're gonna come out with another body style of the Furious 4, and then I'll just purchase it, and then I'll make the Panther, and then you'll make the 5th figure,
right?
Eventually.
See that? I mean, that's the thing when you get a Mythic Legion or you get a Mezco or something like that, they're jam packed with accessories, so. Yeah. You can't really complain at that price point sometimes because they give you the good. So you don't get just a figure. You get a figure and enough different accessories and then a lot of times you get so many accessories you can use them with other stuff.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the thing. Like, I don't mind paying the higher price points as long as I'm getting my money's worth.
Exactly.
Like, if they jam pack it full of accessories and it's $75, $100. Sure, go for it. It's worth it to me.
Yeah. I think one of the good things about the 2-pack that I didn't realize until I actually opened them when I got home is from a creative standpoint is you didn't have to follow what the Furious 4 looked like. They gave you an opportunity to make a custom.
Oh, nice.
Like they gave you the tools to make your own figure out of it. Which was a dope concept and dope idea. I mean, but I'm like, cool. I saw the Furious 4. I wanted the Furious 4. So I made the Furious 4. But as I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, they thought more of like make your own custom figure.
That's kind of cool.
Make your own. Make it your own Furious 4.
Right.
So it was pretty dope.
No, I mean, again, when you're, I always think about that when I get Moth-X. It's like it comes so many accessories, man. I can't even. There's nothing I can get mad about this price point because the accessories are nuts. It's always all the hands you need, extra stuff, head sculpts. It just comes with stuff. Hell, sometimes it comes with a base. If it's like a Batman Hush or something, it just comes with stuff, man. You can't really, that is the premium about it. And I think that, I mean, as much as Blitz and I talk so much trash on McFarlane, there are times when he comes through too. He'll throw in the accessories. I mean, to this day, I still kind of want to get the Black Adam with the throne, even after I saw the movie, because now I like the movie. So
The movie was
you
awesome.
know, yeah. So it's like I kind of want to get that. I mean, just because I know it
Oh,
comes with the throne.
I actually want to touch on the topic since you mentioned Black Adam,
Mhm.
only because it
Yeah.
has to do with Warner Brothers. So you know
Okay.
how we always saying scrap the movie of the Flash, and I brought up the point where maybe they don't want to scrap because they set aside a budget and they paid all those people the budgets.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
found something from IGN.com today after I left and I got home or whatever, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I have it here. Well, I hope I have it here. Yes, I do. So Warner Brothers and Discovery lost
Mhm.
$2.8 billion in their most recent quarter.
Woo.
Oh.
So that would explain why they don't want to trash the Flash movie.
Gosh, how
Wow.
did they lose that
So-
much? What are they doing?
Forgive me for being like very out of the loop. We want them to trash the Flash movie because of the legal shit with that kid, or is there something
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, because
No, it was pretty much that. I mean, everything he did.
I have to be honest. I usually avoid shit like that, but
right.
like what is the story with that? What did he do?
Oh man, you name it. It goes.
Yeah.
Besides having a cult, besides kidnapping underage kids, besides it just gets worse and worse. Dude.
What?
Jim
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Jim
He
Jones
was breaking
level.
into houses, stealing alcohol bottles
Yeah.
from people.
Choking out
Yeah.
people, threatening people to kill them. Threatening.
Yep.
It just goes on and on.
Talking in the third person as if he had multiple
basically
personalities.
He's not Barry Allen. He's Zoom.
Yeah.
He's reverse Flash.
So I guess the movie's already made with him as a character and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I could propose like kind of a controversial sort of view on that. If you dig the character and if it's well portrayed, does what happens outside of the movie necessarily require that you don't see it?
No, I mean I totally understand to separate the art from the real life thing. You're absolutely right. And from what I'm hearing is the film is actually pretty good, they said. It's just that I guess from a perspective of if this guy's facing 26 years, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, 27 years in prison.
Yeah, how do you promote that to like? I guess it's the whole perspective from kids' point of view. It's like they identify; they're not able to separate the art a lot of times with the characters. So it's like, and I feel like, and the reason why I say that is because Wakanda Forever comes out this week, right? And they say that the whole movie is dedicated to Chadwick Boseman, him they're addressing him dying in real life in a sense,
Right.
Because there's kids out there that don't get that Chadwick was just playing T'Challa. T'Challa's not real. They just identify him as that person, as that character. So they have to DC decided to address his death in that way, so the kids at least would go, okay, he is gone, or whatever. It just makes so I think Warner Brothers on their hand are they're struggling. They haven't decided what they're doing yet, but they're struggling. How do we get this film out when there's kids that are going to identify it, particularly if it's good? If it's a good movie, they're going to identify Ezra Miller as Flash. And
but as a parent,
how do you do that?
I think
it's tough. It's tough, man.
I think as a parent, it's hard to, praise him being in the movie because a big portion of what he did was going after minors, almost as a pedophile, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, how do you back, even if the movie's good? Because like they did pre-screenings.
I didn't realize the label pedophile was attached to him.
It's hard to say yes and it's hard to say no, but we'll just say minors involved.
I was presenting a unique perspective for conversation sake, but knowing that, I mean, I tend to agree that's something that should be kind of shut down.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Right?
They're in a tough
unless they have, I mean, there's a lot of technology out there. Like if they just selected a different person's face or a made up person's face. And AI can create faces now. So
Right.
they have AI create a face based on all the Flash comics or whatever, and that's the face of the guy, and just
Right.
placed.
Right? But they boxed themselves into a corner, Terrell, because he's laced throughout the movie, so he's playing multiple Barry Allens. If he was just playing one Barry Allen and there's a bunch of different actors playing other, then they'd have been fine to do that. They could have been like, okay, for Barry, we're just gonna. But the dude's playing multiple versions of himself, so he's permeating the film. It's like,
I guess they're just. I mean, like I said, now I understand more why Warner Brothers wants to push the movie. You lost $2.8 billion in a quarter, so that could involve layoffs for your company.
Right.
So, and you know, Terrell, you brought up a great point doing the AI thing and changing the face, but then that costs them more money now.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess they're thinking about
really,
it.
Though,
If I had the product, then I'm just going to put it out.
If it's such if it is such a big political thing, I still feel like the Flash story needs to be told. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be impacted by circumstances from reality, apart from it being deleted.
Right.
I just think if I was one of the people behind that creative push to have it out there, like that would be part of your blood, right? Like you want to find a solution, but
Eric, for me, I think the biggest problem is they scrapped Batgirl, and there was nothing wrong.
Right. No controversy around it. Yeah,
it was just scrapped. The movie was completed and everything. So it's not gonna get an HBO Max release. It's not gonna get no release at all. It was completed and they just scrapped it. So my thing is, if you're willing to scrap the amount of money you paid for that, and there was no controversy for it at all,
right?
It was just scrapped. That's exactly how it played out.
In it, which everybody wanted to see. He played a big role in that.
And then you have The Flash, which there's a lot of controversy, and it's also completed, but you're budging and you're not. I wouldn't say you're supporting him, but you're like supporting the release of the movie.
Right.
And so for me, it's like, why would you scrap something that had no controversy? There was no issues at all, and it was completed.
Was there a licensing issue with Batgirl, or
there was no issues? Nothing was wrong with it.
Plug on it.
They just pulled the plug, and it was completed. So then there was actually a small petition on Twitter to actually still have the movie released on HBO Max at least.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah, and they scrapped it too. They were like, "No, we're not going to do an HBO Max release." And from my understanding, the movie was also screened to a few people, and the movie wasn't bad. So I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take a loss for that, you got to be willing to take a loss for Flash.
Yeah. I'll watch my.
Absolutely.
From a business standpoint, I get it, but I have a hard time backing somebody like that. Like, a part of me still wants to see the movie because Flash is one of my favorite DC characters, and of course Michael Keaton and all that. Yep. But like, it's just a big moral thing right now. Like, I can't support somebody who's a nut job like that. Like, I can't.
Well, I mean, as a parent myself, even, I mean, my boys are men now. They're in their 20s, but I tell you what, man, like something like that will get you zero to trailer park pretty fast. So that's
right,
like
right,
shotguns out,
right. It's messed up, man, and it's sad because I feel like DC just can't get themselves off the ground for whatever, and it's a shame because the animated, which I don't know if you've seen it yet.
But the animated movies nail it. So whoever's creating that, just let them control the live action, right?
Thank you. Let those guys.
Like how they nail it so well in the animated shit,
dude,
right? And then get it so wrong in live action.
They kill it in the anime. Did you see Battle of the Super Sons?
No.
Have you seen that one?
No.
It's a
Nope.
new one. It came out with it's Damien and Jonathan Kidd, and it's dope.
Okay.
Dude. Well, it's got Superman and Batman in it. It's just
Mhm.
it's amazing, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
And
I go
Transplant.
trolling through all of that stuff. Either like it's usually through Apple that I get it,
Okay.
right? And I'll just go trolling through looking for and anything that just strikes my I go for it, right? I love all the animated DC stuff.
Dude, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen a bad one yet. And like
even the bad are great, right?
yeah,
Like,
exactly. But it's like they don't communicate at all in the offices. It's like those guys. It almost, you know what it reminds me of, because we always have to kind of segue into something. The DC offices kind of remind me of the Hasbro offices. There's like a lack of communications between teams of making things just flow right, flow the way they really could flow, having success throughout. I think that Warner just, for whatever reason, just dodges that, because those animated films are amazing.
You know, I'm sorry. I just you mentioned Hasbro and all that. I think what's missing is a large company that has access. Like, for example, take Hasbro. They have so many different body molds, so many different ways of making a figure. Why wouldn't they open up a customized section where you go in, you can upload a sculpt for a head, and then pick like on the Lego website, pick different body parts, right? Build your dream figure you want to build, right? Should it have pegs or hidden pegs, or right? Soft goods or no soft goods, or you know what I mean? Like pick the scale of what you want, but to be able to build that, like you can do it with running shoes, you can do it with so many other things. Fucking, why aren't these companies making it possible for us to build our dream figure?
Dude, that's
I would pay $150 for something like that. If I like, if it was like to my spec, like using you can use existing parts or upload specs that they build it to, right? But then
that'd be
like
sick.
I'm telling you, man, I think that would be huge.
Oh, it'd be, because I mean, you think if you're paying that around that price for a Mezco or a Mafex or whatever,
exactly, but now it's a figure based on your universe or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or just a figure you just wanted to have made at some point.
Wow, man, that's a good one. I like that. I don't know why instead they're giving us selfie series for $60
on the same balloon head.
Yeah, it looks like this.
The same balloon head. It's just it's a picture of me.
It just looks ridiculous. Oh man,
yeah, they really missed on that. And you know, even with it being a balloon head, if it was available in Canada, I'm telling you, I'd still be one of those idiots going, "Oh, that's pretty cool." You know, it would still be on my fucking show. I'd still be like, "Look, it's me." You know,
your balloon head. Oh, Prime Artist has a point. Marvel's the opposite. They can't make an animated film. Yeah, they can't make an animated film save their lives.
Yeah,
their animation is not so good. I mean, What If was okay, but it could have been so much better compared to DC.
I have to say though, I loved What If, especially the Captain America Carter thing.
Well, that was my favorite.
That was the tits, man. Like that was awesome. I that
was my favorite.
I loved that so much. I thought it was such a fresh take perspective. It was wicked.
That one and the zombie one. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah.
They're okay. They're all right. But those two were perfect, dude. That was them doing their best, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like they could do so much better, because DC is they're 10 out of 10 all the time.
Always. Their animation always kicks ass.
What up, 88?
What's up, 88?
88.
Ozzy, what up?
Man. It's speaking of what's the latest thing besides your Neptune that you picked up?
Let me see.
Ran across.
It was Atticus, the new Magic kit.
Sick.
Right.
Nice.
I missed out on him. So did you get him? Did you get him on the thing, or did you pick him up a little bit later?
No. I Atticus was I got him like day of.
Man, I missed.
paid it
I'm
straight
pissed
up.
that I didn't get that guy.
You know,
He's so dope.
every once in a while that happens, right? And it's but I'm trying to pick and choose. Like for me to buy a figure, I have to be able to see a story I can tell with it.
Child, you're like Blitz.
Right. So if I can see a story, then I kind of get excited about it. And then I'm like, oh, and then with those accessories, I could use that with this. And then I start like, and I start building out little stories. I mean, for every million stories I come up with, one of them turns into a photo. Like, and I mean, you guys are, I don't know if you're the same way, but it's like, oh my God. Oh, and then you end up like you boil it down, all those ideas down into that one angle or whatever, right?
No, that's a great way to approach it. Actually, that's how I try. I know Blitz does that a lot. Blitz, you always are like, if I can't shoot, if I can't think of a reason why I would shoot it, then there's no reason for me to.
Yeah, it's gotta have replay value.
Yeah.
When it was originally about the nostalgia. Right?
Okay.
I've toys have always kind of been in and out of my life. I was always into them when I was younger. There was a little period there where it was more about my kids and getting them the shit that they want and stuff. And I was focused more on my career and things like that. And you know, I've got good experience and good trust equity where I'm working. So it affords me the opportunity to have a little more headspace after work for my creative stuff, right? So I've been really plunging back into it. And so I feel like I'm rambling, but
no.
My main thing is, man, like if instead of the nostalgia, it's that's what I wanted to say. My kids got me this 12-inch Wolverine for Father's Day. At one point, I think it was like 2017, I think it was. And
the Marvel Legends one?
Yeah, the big 12-inch one.
Yes.
So then I started getting into. I had some larger figures, and I started doing just some random pictures on the couch and stuff like that. But it was I realized that I had a certain eye for the angles and stuff, and I thought, oh, okay, like I'm making this look more realistic than it actually is, just based on my choice of angles. And then I went to we actually. To your last question, like we do actually have a lot of sort of local toy events, not so much during the pandemic, but now that it's done, you know, at different convention centers and stuff where people set up tables and you go, you get to do what I call the nerd wander, right? Like you just go through sometimes like piles of toys, right? Like you know the old school, you go picking through, you're like, oh, you know, oh, like you found it, right? Like, how much? I'll give you 10. You know, like and so there's a lot of places like that and stuff. So I found a 6-inch brown suit Wolverine.
Okay.
And then there was there was, and it was just when that Marvel Legends had been released on the cardstock. I've got it actually here.
Oh, the retro. Yes, the retro.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is my second one, and I just keep it up on the wall because this actually symbolizes sort of my start into the whole photography, trying to make it into something, right? And
nice.
So it's and in my journey, you know, like I spent a lot of time like just picking up figures for volume, like $10, $20, all the old Hasbro Legends, and like I go trolling through all the different ad apps and stuff, and I say, "Yo, bro, I'll come meet you," you know, like. But then I realized as I was building the shots and stuff, I needed to start getting a little bit more selective in the figures that I was picking up, rather than just picking them up because I didn't know what from next. It was just, I dig that character, right? And so then as I started advancing in what I wanted to do, I found like zooming in on some of these figures, like their faces look garbage, right? like for what you're trying, if you're trying to make it look real, right?
That's right.
So that, and then I started. I forget what figure it was, but it was started out as basically a $24 piece of plastic off the rack, but because I missed the boat, it was going to be $80 or whatever. And I started thinking, what the fuck am I paying like $80 to $100 for these things where it's just timing versus not right. So I started thinking, why shouldn't I? Because I was always scared of the premium figures, because I thought, holy crap, like $120 for a figure, like that's a big investment. But then once you start getting into the craft and your efforts to make it look real, that investment starts becoming more worthwhile. And also with the higher end figures, like one thing I'll promise you is a figure that I've had, it's going to be used because I'm putting it through photography. It's not going to be something I make money off of, but it's going to be something that I'll still be able to make money from.
That's
right.
Mhm.
So like at a time where people would be selling it mint in the box for, $100, I'd have it for $150 and say, hey, here's a bunch of the photos it was in, like just know it's been well loved, but the joints are still good or whatever, right? So but you can still make your money back from that, right? Whereas with some of the others, no matter, even if you paid $80 for it at one point, if you've been using it, it's still like a $20 Hasbro thing. So
great perspective.
You'll be able to unload it for $20 after spending $80 on it. So that's what got me to where I'm at now with my, and it's not even collecting, it's tools for the art,
There you go. Nice. That's a good way to look at it. I like that, man.
That's nice. Yeah. I like that.
That's good. I like that, dude. AB joined us. What's up, AB?
What's up, AB?
That's why I like having guests on, because everybody's perspective on how they do things or their approach is different, but it's amazing.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yes, this is great insight, man. Because I think I was like you, Terrell. I felt like I didn't want to go there with those premium figures for whatever reason. It's just like I don't. Should I even? But then some of what you're saying started seeping in, and I started looking at it, trying to look at it from the perspective that you're having, and once I was on that other end of it, I was like, okay, this makes way more sense than I don't know why I was shying away from it this long.
But it's that whole discovery process, right? Like I just wish, because you end up wasting so much time and resource in the wrong direction. But in a way, that's part of the journey, right? And that's your insight and everything else. It was the same for me switching from iPhone to a DSLR. What I found is I started reaching my creative limits with the iPhone, and because I will never trash iPhone photography because I love it. I've done so many great shots over the years with it.
Yeah, but Green's the master of that shit.
What's that, bud?
Green's the master of that shit. I don't know how, but he is.
Yeah,
but I mean,
stop it.
For myself, going, because that was my creative choice, the direction I wanted to go, is with the DSLR. It started opening up new horizons for me on things that I could do. Right. And just having that full control. I could download apps from my phone or whatever, but then my phone was getting filled up with all these fucking photos. And pardon my French, is this PG? I'm not sure.
No,
you're
well, I guess
not.
I did just smoke a joint and I'm drinking beer. So.
Lazy boys.
But drunk, forgot my point. But anyway, wise old man, gray beard, pictures, photos.
No, you were saying the DSLR gave you.
DSLR options. Yeah, it really does. You have control over how much light comes into the lens, and it just the. Sometimes I will take dozens of shots just playing with the lighting and how much is coming into the lens and everything to see how much background detail I can pick up in the single shot and all that, and just messing around and like really spending time and then like analyzing every little piece, like letting myself get completely anal about it, right? Like to a point where like I'm stressing it so much I'm literally sweating a bit. I'm just like, like in through the nose, out through the mouth as I'm trying to rotate this setup. Right, and we've all been there, and then your leg bumps the table and all goes dominoes.
All the time, man. All
And then
the time.
those are the times when I run out to the porch, smoke a joint, look at the stars. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get there, but Patty needs
Deep breaths.
a minute,
Deep breaths.
Oh man. No, this is a great and actually I'm glad you brought that up, Terrell, because we're thinking about we want to do some Lazy Boys, even some pick bars where we bring people on and they dive into some of the perspectives of their shooting and what goes into the shooting and what you just mentioned with the shooting different shots to see the light, playing with different shots to see, like those are things that I think that people, if they hear it, they're going to be like, oh, okay, it's a learning lesson. It's just showing that there's so much exploration out there. And
that's the whole point. Like I've had people like that have followed me and like really like my work, and then like they kind of get down on themselves about the stuff that they're doing. And I'm like, well, hold on a sec. Like if you're comparing yourself to other people, you're kind of missing the point.
Right.
Yes.
This is about shit you think is wicked, right?
Yes.
Like, don't post something just because it's time to post something. Post something because you're like, yeah, man, like I literally put the sweat from my balls into this. Like this needs to go now. Yeah. I fucking love this. I'm excited about it. It's the wallpaper on my phone. I'm boring my friends with it. I'm posting it. Like that's when you post it. When you like really like you thought it out, you've planned it out. Like one of the things I dig the most is like figuring out how to do the practical effects, right?
Yes.
When I first started doing this, it was all Photoshop because I do cartooning as a hobby as well.
Yes.
And so I did a lot of Photoshop stuff. But then like the ACBA crowd kind of didn't dig that too much, and like at times I found that their feedback could be harsh, but it was important to hear what they had to say.
Okay.
Because like all creative guys like us, especially when we're into this type of stuff, you wear your heart on your sleeve a bit, right? And so sometimes certain feedback feels like a kick to the nuts when really it's just like a nudge in the right direction, but it's because we got our emotions on our sleeves, right? So it's important to be able to separate yourself from that emotional gut reaction. Don't get defensive about what's being said. Hear it because that's growth, right? Like that is growth. Right? Feedback is growth. Even if they're saying you fucking idiot, why would you ever this part's blurry? Like erase all the negative and just focus on, okay, you know what, he's right. It is blurry in that corner, right? And it takes effort to get there, but I think that's so important because I don't know, like I'm not here to impress anybody. I just want to share what I think is awesome, like after I shoot it, right? And
what you had fun with.
Yeah, and share that energy about it, and get other people excited about it. And the beautiful thing about this also is for like I think there's a lot of people in the community that struggle with anxiety, depression, and things like that. And this gives you an outlet for where there's a good community of support and everything. And if you're willing to grow, you're going to become an amazing photographer.
Totally agree, brother. And you're so right, man. I think that It constructive criticism is just that. It's constructive.
Yeah.
It's constructive. It's something, and we all. It's like it's an age-old saying: practice makes perfect. And so, if you're getting constructive criticism, there's nothing better to parallel that. Is it practice? Keep shooting more and more. You just keep shooting more and more. That's the whole point. It's a growth pattern, and you shoot more and more and more. What do they always say? You're not a writer until you write a million words. You're probably not a toy photographer until you take a million shots.
Right?
I feel like practice shouldn't make perfect, only because if you perfect the craft, you get bored with the craft. So practice should make progress because you're always wanting to grow.
I like that.
You know, Blitz, I agree with you, but I think if you afford yourself the illusion of believing in perfect, it's already done. Right?
Right.
The goal is to attain perfection, knowing you're never going to get there. So it's like you're dividing. you know, if you divide by half, it never gets to zero. So like you're multiplying by half, but you're never going to achieve perfect.
Right.
But it's about that journey and like, fuck, I just figured out how to do this one thing, right? Like, and sharing that and letting people know about it and stuff. That's
like CapCut with the promo videos. I'm just learning how to mess with that, and I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And I think too, and what I mean by practice makes perfect is, I don't necessarily mean that it's a perfect is a gauge for you gauging yourself against everybody else. I think perfect should be for what's perfect for you, where you feel the most comfortable and the most fun about what you do. Like if you're doing it, you should be. If you're not enjoying it and getting, I think like Terrell said, if you're not getting that energy, that hype, that excitement out of what you just shot, and you're continuing to shoot, and you get more and more hype every time you shoot something, then you're missing the whole point of the fun in it. So I think that perfection should be reached within yourself, not
once it feels like
against anybody else. You can't measure it against, because this is all subjective. It's art. You can't one person's style is their style.
Yeah, man. Most important to me is if like the picture that I see in my head, if I'm able to see it as close as I can get it, what I saw in my head, then whether you like it or not, I just fucking kick the shit out of that, because that's exactly what I saw in my head. Right? So because I have some pictures that get like 30 likes, I have others that get like close to 200, right? Like so like it but to me, I loved every single one that I posted.
Exactly.
You had fun, man. I mean, that's where it all falls down to. It's once you treat this as a job, then it's not fun anymore. It's like I picked this up, like I picked the hobby up, you know, when my dad passed, and I needed something to start doing, and then the pandemic hit, and it was just like, well, all right, I collect, let me start doing this. And in the beginning, I probably was treating it like a job, because I'm like, damn, nobody's liking my stuff. And then as I progressed and I started talking to people in the community, it was like, fuck what everybody else thinks. I got to have fun. And I met the right people in the community. And it was like, you know what? This is fun. Let me make this fun again. And that's how I got into getting a camera and just enjoying it, man. Now, this is what I do. I don't do it for numbers. I do it because I love it.
And I think,
you know, actually, that applies to so many things in life too, right?
It does, though.
At your work, like if you instead of like, you know, how am I going to scramble for that next promotion? Just that shit that you got accountability for, nail the fuck out of it, right? And then things are just going to have a natural progression, and it's not putting in time; it's putting in quality, right? So as long as you keep doing that, there's growth.
And I think if you're allowing yourself to have fun with this, that's when you're really, I mean, that is when you're buying exactly what you want. That is when you're hunting exactly for what you want. That's when that comes along, because then it's like you said, Terrell, you're just not buying stuff to shoot or posting just to post. You're getting stuff that brings joy to you because you're having fun with it. And that's
have fun, and the rest follows.
Yep, it sure does, man.
Exactly.
That's good. Well, that's a perfect segue into opening some stuff. So you're our guest. You said you already opened, so show us what you got.
All right.
Show us what you got.
All right, I got them all posed up here. He's like, I thought this would be kind of funny. Like, does this look like my happy face? You know, like I don't know why.
This is my happy face.
Right?
It looks dope.
Yeah. So he's pretty great, but I can see what people are talking about here in the pants. I like doing dynamic poses, but I think this is going to be a guy that I got to give a little bit of gentle love to.
Okay.
Right? Just because the pants, they are a bit tight, and I'll see if I can show you there. Like, you see how they're stretching, and he's barely.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah. So danger, Will Robinson, like that. That's you know, that's something I need to be conscious of, because I have a tendency to try and maximize what the figure can do, and then I'll angle the camera so that it maximizes the pose.
Right.
So and I don't know how to do it with the iPad camera here, but anyway, so does this look like my happy face, you know? So, and he came
He's a
with
great figure. What do you like about him besides just
the amount of detail, actually.
Okay.
This is something. I mean, classic Mezco, and I'll sound like a total fanboy, but the detail. This is artwork. This is artwork that you can pose and photograph and tell your own stories with. But this is art, right? And
it's pretty nuts. Unworthy, by the way, Unworthy says he has to try and be real careful not to rip his pants too.
Yeah, I know, because I'm pretty smoking hot, and I can. And this is the lunchbox thing that it comes with.
Oh, it's a lunchbox. I didn't realize that Nemo was a lunchbox one. Cool.
Yeah,
that's dope.
But I dig this, right? Like, this is something where if I want, I can pack a bunch of figures into it and just carry it to my photo shoot.
That's true.
And it's although I'm using I've got a knapsack. I don't even know if that's the right term.
That's kind of what I'm using when I go out.
Well, I've got the my stuff just fell out of it, but I've got this camera bag here, and I can carry like a good number of figures, effects, lighting, stands.
There you go.
All of that in this thing, and even my atmosphere in a can is on the side. I'll just go and I'll pick a spot, and it's But yeah, I do dig the going out and being in public doing the shoots, and it's about getting to interact with people, right?
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's just being out and quite honestly, it validates what I'm doing as well, right? Like,
it does to a degree. You're right.
People showing that interest and the curiosity and even recommendations on what I should shoot or whatever. I find that awesome. I really dig that. And here's a bunch of the accessories here. I don't know if I thought this was pretty cool. This is his hand.
Oh wow!
Right, it's a trophy. So he killed the shark that took his hand.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Isn't that
pretty
cool?
dope?
That is dope.
That is awesome. And
See, man,
I love that stuff, right?
They come jam packed with accessories.
They do.
That's good.
Mezco should release like an accessory pack like that of props.
Yep.
See,
Yeah.
They totally should.
Oh, I buy that in a heartbeat.
Some more vehicles too. So this is the hand that comes off, and here I'll pop it off here, and bear with me. I got to move a few beer cans. Right, this is a cool attachment.
Okay.
It's a harpoon hand.
Oh, sick.
Oh.
Right?
Dope.
I look at this and I think stories, you know.
Man, I should have got that because he was at the Mezco Con. He was up for sale.
So, I got this for 150 Canadian,
which is good for a Canadian. That's a great price.
Yeah. It's I don't know what that translates backwards, but probably
like 80.
Yeah, like 80 or 90 bucks.
Yeah,
you get right?
Yeah, it's dope.
So
that's sick.
Look at that hand, right? Like, and just the stuff and the even with the got to be careful of the pants thing, like the
you can still get
that you can
still get down.
Right, like he's coming at you like come on, that's my tuna, you know, like
that's dope.
That's real good, man. Really good, really good.
Emo's dope, dude. I probably should have. Yeah, I should have got it.
Right, you get away from my bitch. I'll harpoon your ass. But yeah, like just I don't know, man. I can't. When Mezco gets it right, they really.
So is he come with multiple head sculpts or just the one?
Yeah, no, he's got multiple head sculpts.
Oh, sick.
Sorry, thank you for asking. I was a little distracted. And he's also got a hat and a cape and stuff. So let me see.
Oh, shit, that's right. He does have a cape.
Yeah. So let me pop this head off.
Damn,
this is his more somber sort of.
Oh, sick.
Yes. We will cruise west.
Yeah, Nemo's dope, dude. I should have went on and got him. Because he was down, he was low. He was low, good price. Just last month.
He's
Yeah.
a dope figure, man. You're making me want to get him.
I know, man.
Well, I'm telling you, but
Enabler.
I can't even articulate how. Like, look at the detailing,
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah,
right?
he looks really good.
Like
That's
this,
That's a
I'm
fun character.
super thrilled with this pickup. And the
I don't know why I didn't give him.
the
I
guy
would buy a
picked up,
damn
he
beat.
was a
Give so many
good guy.
shots with him.
Yeah, so the first shot I did was at the this afternoon at the marina down by the bluff.
Yes. Damn it, man.
Oh, and this is his cap here. Sorry, I should show you that.
Enabler.
So there's his cap.
Oh, that's sick.
I
Dope.
actually haven't tried to put it on him yet.
Is that the little Scully?
Yeah,
That's so sick. Cause see, man, that could go with.
I don't know. I probably have this
No.
very wrong, but
It still looks dope.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
I don't want to stretch it the wrong way
Right.
while I'm a few pints in and damn it, I broke it. You know? I don't know about you guys, but I get into a zone when I'm doing a shoot. I've literally pushed figures I cherish off the table trying to get an angle.
Yeah.
And like, oh my god. But yeah, so there's that one. I'm just trying to think. There was
Where's his coat at? I want to see his coat.
yeah, where did I put that? Here it is here. And what I really like about this is it's got these loops in here that you can hook onto his arm.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't come off during posing. Right?
Yeah.
So here I'll slide it in. I'm sorry, I'm really shit at being in front of the camera with this, but
That's okay.
and
That's a clever way to do it. That way it can drape on him, but he doesn't have to have the arms through.
exactly.
That's perfect, dude. That's dope, dude. All right, man. Enabling. Terrell's over here enabling.
That's what I do.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at you. This is a good enable.
Right. So
See there? That's sick. Because you can drape
Oh,
it
that
over
looks so good.
and you don't have to worry about it sliding
right,
off.
and you can like I'm posing on
Yep.
this. It's okay.
And it's just draping.
It won't fall off. It's one
Nope.
less thing to track when you're trying to pose a very detailed.
That's right.
Mhm.
Damn, dude. Damn, he was on. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Right. If you have not, you should. This figure is awesome. Look at the detail. That's like Nosferatu as well. I love that figure.
Dude,
Mhm.
Toy Attic and some other, they kill me.
Dude,
with
he
those
kill it.
Desperados, dude. That's such a
Atticus?
good figure, too.
Atticus is
Atticus is dope too, man.
love
I'm
this.
really what I love about Neptune and Atticus and people like that. They can go with other lines.
yeah.
'Cause they're
Mhm.
mythical. They're mythical characters. They can go with any line you want them to go with.
Well, I'm digging the whole magical aspect. I picked up Hellboy when I was in Montreal for my birthday with my wife,
Uh-huh.
and so I've had I did a mini picture series with I think I did 3 or 4 different shots, and
Nice.
just with Hellboy and Atticus going into this kind of creepy ass house, and then.
Dope.
The last one I posted was with Nosferatu clinging to the ceiling and wall kind of thing, looking down, and Hellboy's wrapped up in green tentacles and like shooting
Uh-huh.
out of the door frame, and I did like a jiggle effect on the blood splatter. So I had all these lights and everything in the other room. Like there's this old creepy dollhouse that I have here.
Okay.
So I had all the lights, and then I attached wires to the light and the blood splatter effects right to the wires, and sticking out through the door, right? And so when you try to hold something still, you don't hold it still.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So what I did is I put the camera on an 8-second delay, and I had to play with lighting and everything to get it to look just right. I held onto the wire holding the blood so that it would get that blurred
That little
splatter
bit of,
effect,
yeah.
right? Because it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
you can't hold it still when you try to hold it still.
No, you're right. That's
So
dope,
it was
man.
so that was my little thing, and then the fire was just a Ulanzi light underneath a pile of cotton that I
Mm-hmm.
There you
I
go.
spent way too much time shaping that cotton. and also what I did is I took a wire and I stuck it through the roof of the dollhouse and
Uh-huh.
out back, and then down and curled a loop on it and stuck it up the coat of Nosferatu. So that's how I was able to
Okay.
get the stick up into the corner
That's
like
how
that.
you got him hang.
Now,
Okay.
if I were to do
word.
it differently, I think I would put his right leg up a little bit higher to make it look like he's holding onto the wall, right? Because
Right.
it sort of looks like
Mhm.
he's like Xing on the wall, right? But apart from that, I really dig the picture, and even he was even able to capture the reflection of Hellboy's hand in the window,
Nice.
firing the shotgun off camera into the tentacles that have them all wrapped up, and that's the blood
Mhm.
splatter, right? So it's that, like I said, the passion, right? I posted it because I'm fucking passionate about it. I made this practical effect, and I spent way too much time and knocking over Atticus like 1,000
that's not
million
bad.
times. I invented swear words on
That's
this
what we're supposed to do.
Photoshop.
That's having fun, man.
Yeah,
We're having
Yeah.
fun. It's dope.
Pablo
Mhm.
says that Nemo is still available on Amazon for $145.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Oh, that's not
USD.
bad at
That's
all.
not bad.
We'll
USD.
see if I get it or not.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Bro. Yeah, I think I might have to do that, man. I might have to partake.
Well, it's how every once in a while there's just a quality figure that comes along that no matter what happens to the figures you have, that's probably going to be one you hold on to forever.
Yes.
That's one of those that feels like that. It's got
Yeah.
that same
Yeah.
type of quality, like Popeye. Although I kind of feel like I want to grab another Popeye because I think I've lost a lot of his accessories and all of my attention.
Damn.
But
Oh, he's like ridiculous in price
Yeah,
now.
Popeye's outrageous. I wish I
actually, you know what?
Yeah, he
I
is.
saw him for 170 Canadian. And
Oh, that's good.
I passed
good.
on it. Well,
Wow.
it was when I was in Montreal. But I'd love to get Bluto. That would be a nice finisher to that set. But even like I've got Jason from Friday the 13th. That's a figure probably always have. Same with Judge Dredd. Just certain
I got
certain
Dredd.
figures like they're so iconic. Like no matter what happens to your collection, it's
Ones you hold on to.
yeah.
Mhm.
There you go. Well, I guess I'll open something next. Let me see.
All right.
I got I'm going old school with some
Nice.
some Rangers.
There we go.
Nice.
Clip door.
Yeah, man. I forgot I had them. I got them a while back ago. And I was looking through my stuff. I was like, damn, I still got the clip door. I gotta go ahead and open them. So it comes packed with a few things. And I know there's the other version. I didn't pick up the other version of the clip door, but I actually like this one more.
Yeah, that red is striking, dude.
I know. That's why
Yeah.
I like him more. He's more my speed. So he's pretty cool. Molding is great on him. He looks good.
That's a great color.
Yeah, he's got some good posability. Power Rangers, like Hasbro does a good job on the Power Rangers, man. They always push them to the next level. They give them a little bit more articulation sometimes in Spider-Man Marvel Legends. So I don't know what that's about. Oh yeah.
What I like about the Lightning Collection is like, especially with the Rangers, like all the sculpts and bodies are consistent.
Yes.
Like they all have the same articulation, same everything, and I wish I understand like with Marvel Legends, like you have different characters, they require like different body build, stuff like that.
Get him down.
But yeah, I'm a sucker for consistency.
I
Like,
agree with you, man.
He can hit some pretty good poses.
Oh, look at
I
that.
really want him to. He can get down.
Come on, get a superhero landing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He can just
Do
about
it.
hit it.
Do it.
He can, dude. He can get sick if he needs to. Like he can get sick.
Oh, damn.
You know what would be a
He
good
can get
Power
sick.
Ranger
I
HasLab?
like him.
What's that?
Pyramidas.
Yes.
Ranger
Oh,
Gold Megazord,
Yes.
the Carrier Zord. That would be a
Yes.
dope HasLab, and then you could do like the Zords as tiers.
Dude, that'd be sick. Nah, he's good. I love him. He's good. He's a good fig. Like I totally
yeah,
forgot I had him, and I'm glad I opened him. It's gonna charge me up to do some more Ranger shots.
That was a really cool pose, actually.
Yeah, he can get there, man.
Mhm.
Green said it best, man. There's consistent articulation on the Power Rangers. Like they treat them with a little extra love. I feel like.
Besides the Ninja Rangers,
Yeah, the Ninja Rangers.
Yeah.
were crap, but
they were a little flimsy.
yeah. What
Yeah,
you got?
one
Green, have you ever done any stop motion?
No. I'm not brave enough to try that.
Oh, it's fun.
No,
Man.
I did a little bit like in high school for like an art project. Like me and some of my friends did like a little short like claymation type thing, but
Yeah.
that's it.
You know, I did a thing called Beer Day. I think it was just a few months ago,
Hey,
but it was
hold on,
basically
give me 1
Wolverine.
second. My
Go for it.
I'm gonna back out real quick.
All right. You said you did a thing called what now?
Called Beer Day. Wolverine sitting on a rock drinking a beer. Beer Day. And he takes a sip, and then this robot comes walking out, goes, "But Master, it's training day," and he goes like this, shing, pops his claws, and then cuts the robot in half, right?
Nice.
And then sheathes his claws and goes, takes another sip and goes, "Beer Day."
I like that.
That's dope.
How in the world is Ecliptor getting better Spidey poses than Spidey?
What?
He can web sling better than Spider-Man. Okay.
He looks really dope. dope. I like that.
That's incredible.
He can web sling better than Spider-Man. That's sick.
Green's
sorry
back.
about that,
Stop
Terrell.
No worries. What you got on deck, Green?
So at GameStop, took advantage of they still have that like 50% clearance going on.
Oh yeah, that's
I think they're going out
bigger.
of business, bro. They
Really?
had 50%
Dude.
clearance for like 10 months.
Dude, they have to, man. Yeah.
Everything must go, literally.
But I ended up picking up this guy for like $10.
nice.
That's not bad.
It's
$10.
the Gaming Greats Imperial Senate Guard.
Oh, that's still the Senate.
Yeah. Well, I had one of those $5 coupons too.
This is like $3.
But yeah.
You basically
yeah,
got it for free.
I like dude, pretty much. Especially since like regular is like $30.
Jeez.
But, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I like the look of
I
this
don't know
guy.
about you guys, but I
very
all that
striking.
package.
Do what?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I love the color on him.
I always
dope.
forgot about those guys, the Senate guards.
Didn't he comes with a cape or no?
No cape. Really good articulation.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, for Black
crunch.
Series.
Yeah.
Head you have none because of the helmet piece,
Right.
but
Yeah.
and
Like the
then,
Karate Kid pose, though.
yeah. Shit, hold on, I'm dropping stuff.
Yeah.
Got a little blaster.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
He's got his saber staff.
Oh, that's
right.
I dropped the blade. I don't know where that. Oh, well, here it is. Here it is.
I didn't get the
Really
rest
don't
of
like
this
that.
finger.
Because of this little lightsaber staff.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit!
So
Didn't they basically get converted into royal guards?
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
I thought they did. Well, I can't get his hand out there. Yeah, but
So like,
Oh, that's cool.
that's right. Yeah, they got.
That's a
converted
pose
in-
for a shot right there.
Yeah, they
right?
got converted into royal guards. It's dope.
Yeah, he's sick. He's I feel like the light's gonna bounce real good off his armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some low light shots with that. And then
Mhm.
just catching the side light through the saber there.
The
It's
blade's
dope.
a little
Yeah.
crooked, but I can fix that.
Don't worry, Warble will take care of that for you.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, a little bit of a
Gun
red side light.
fits in the
So I
holster.
wonder if the royal guards had those. If they had the blaster, did the imperial guards have them underneath their big robes still? Maybe.
They come with like that staff.
I know they
Like
come
a
with the
staff.
staff. But
Yeah.
I was thinking in canon that they have a
They
blaster underneath the robes still.
they probably have a blaster too.
That'd be cool.
I mean, being Palpatine's royal guards.
Yeah,
I'm sure
extra
they're
cautious.
armed to the teeth.
Yeah. Those are dope.
Nice.
Damn. All right.
I like it. Not worth charging, but for $10, hell yeah,
There you go.
not bad at all.
Hard to argue with that.
Well, I'm like
Those are the types of deals that fill
Right.
your room up.
This is
Yeah.
They scare me more than the other one.
And then you
All
wonder
of a
why you
sudden.
have no room in your apartment.
Exactly.
God.
All of a sudden, I had 25 figures.
but they were only $10 a piece.
Exactly. Hey,
It's a
man.
dangerous statement right there.
Hey, it happens, man.
If
It
figures
happens.
were that price now, oh my god, it'd be outrageous, dude. Be
Yeah.
sleeping on
Mhm.
figures. It absolutely
like those recycling bottle commercials, right?
right.
Wading through figures just to get out of your studio to go to bed.
Going through
Get up
these
and fall
figure
asleep
boxes.
on a pile of figures.
Blitz, what you got? You got to show. You've got something to show
Yeah,
us.
what
and
is
your
he at?
animal show. What do you
So
got?
I start off with the closest thing I got. So
Okay.
there was a vendor at Legion Con who he was selling like 3D printed resin signs.
Yes.
So I picked up a Cabal sign. I have it on my detail, so I'm not gonna go over there because my wife is over there. But he was also selling a wired chain for Spawn figure. But I instantly thought, well, now Scorpion has
Yes.
new
Yeah,
chain.
that's perfect for Scorpion. Damn, dude.
I like it.
That's
see if we can
exactly.
get
Oh man,
Oh, wow.
Storm Collectibles already dope.
Sick.
Now it's next level.
Yeah, I'll be shooting him tomorrow when I come out of
That
work.
was a
But,
cool angle. That was a wicked angle with it shooting at the camera there.
Exactly.
That's the angle I'm gonna
That's the
shoot
angle
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Nice.
Secret revealed.
And then I'll start off with like the cape that I got first. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you did get a cape, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Back camera. And there we go. All right. So, I had my Delphina figure, which is a Templar from Mythic Legions, and I wanted a wired cape just to see how it would fit on one of them. And this is her wired cape.
That's sick.
Wow.
Great.
I haven't had a chance really to do much with the rest of it. It came with a belt and a holster for the sword.
Oh, dope.
Real leather, looks amazing. But like I said, I haven't had a real chance to do much since coming back.
Mhm.
I picked up another Templar because with the announcement of Sir Elijah, I'm gonna start building my Templars.
Those are so sick.
This is the danger zone for me, man.
Oh
my God.
I picked up this big motherfucker right here.
That's gorgeous.
That dude is
Damn.
sick, bro. That's the
Holy shit,
vampire one.
I want
Wow.
my cousin to fight
Yeah.
him.
So he has slots for wings.
That's right.
He comes with a wired like backdrop
Dude,
to
that
his
dude
waist.
is sick.
Ooh,
He's massive compared to other figures, as you can see.
Holy hell.
damn.
He was dope.
Lots of fun with that guy.
Guys in these
Um,
enablings.
Shout out to Toy Addict because he hooked me up with Balius because I missed out on him.
Oh, I love that. I have Balius. I love that.
You got values too? Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hooked me up. Great price. He's always looking out, man. So I appreciate him getting it for me.
That's dope.
I already had the vampire horse, but I didn't
Yes.
have Lithia. She is fucking amazing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Look at this.
I think I'm gonna get her this weekend finally.
Look at that.
damn. That's sick.
So these are supposed to be torches,
Really awesome.
like on her back arms. Like look at that.
That's crazy. Details nuts.
Well,
This-
I think
this
this
is
would
another
be a
fact right
point
here.
for me to add a footnote for my wife who may be watching this earlier or later. Mythic Legions, honey.
So Saturday's exclusive was the unknown one.
That's what. Okay, so that dude is nuts.
Wow.
This is him right here. The
Holy
wings
crap.
expand. They come out pretty wide. He comes with a skeleton alternate head and
Oh,
a different
man.
set of like wings that go on his helmet. So these come off. But
Wow.
it's so dope. Like he's so detailed.
God.
They gave out what what most people thought was a cape. It is not a cape. You remove his torso and it goes under under his belt. It's almost like a soft goods drape, I guess you could say.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty dope. He's a solid figure. Today's exclusive was the Furious 4. I was a little iffy about how they did it because to me it made no sense. So it was 2 figures in the pack, and you needed 2 sets of them to make the 4 figures. But they came out dope. Once I opened them, like I said, like they're much better in person. These are 2 of them. This is the 3rd one.
Okay.
This motherfucker right here is my favorite.
Oh,
That
hell yeah.
dude's dope.
Oh,
Love
damn.
that.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Whoa.
that's sick.
Wow. Very successful con indeed.
Yep. And
That's
then
I am in love with that figure.
I haven't opened him yet, but I picked up Krampus as well from Mythic
Oh, you
Legion.
got the OG original Krampus.
Yeah. So the red one is supposed to come out at the end of the month or the first few weeks of December.
Yeah, it's a BBT or Big Bad Toy Story. Yep.
Yeah. But probably gonna open this one in a few, but
There
not
you
now,
go.
or maybe before I go to bed. But
Yeah.
I'm happy I got this. I'm very very happy for it. But I had a great experience, and I spend a lot of fucking money.
You're on record,
Don't
yeah.
say that part because Terrell's trying to get the wife to. It's mythics.
Like
But then with
these
coupons,
were
savings,
$100
figures.
each. These were $100 each. And then the unknown one was $50. I had purchased 2, and I gave one to Toy Addict. And then I lost the cash that he gave me for it. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
And then he was like 65, but this is probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Like he is
I need to
massive.
pick him up this weekend too.
I
They
love
got him
that
at the toy shop.
Like the damage I'm gonna have him doing when I do some photos, because I got some ideas,
Yeah.
but it's gonna have to wait to probably like Wednesday. One thing I will say about the Furious 4, and I said it in the beginning, they came with so many accessories. And it was under the assumption you would go back and forth between just the 2 figures and make the other ones. But obviously I purchased 2 packs. So purchasing 2 packs, I ended up with double the accessories.
There you go.
But like it comes with a 5th head, the Panther head. Shit, I did take it out. I thought I had left one in the box so you could see it. But it comes with a Panther head and a tail. It does come with a tail because this dude got his tail.
Oh, okay, cool.
But these are dope, man. I'm glad I got them.
Oh yeah.
I hated standing online, but
This is worth
Everything that I purchased was worth it. Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
mean, if I had to pick my favorite, it would definitely be him, the unknown one, and Lithia.
Yeah, those
That's
guys,
dope.
man.
I love that horse.
Yeah, Lithia is awesome, dude. I'm
Whatever
happy.
that
I think
horse.
she's at the toy shop. I'll have to get her.
Damn.
Yeah, this is gonna be my angle for a shot right here.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
one thing I find is I need to I try and add more females to my collection.
Right.
Right, because it balances out the shots. It's not such a sausage party, you know.
Man, the ogre vampire is sick, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then the Templar, the cape that I put on the Templar was the first cape I got from the first toy con I went to. And I first got my first Mythic Legion. They were giving out these capes for free.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make him look like look different from the other Legion builder I have of the Templar. And I took off his grill here that he had. I did a different one, and I just added the cape. So it looks like two different
Nice.
versions of the figure.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh man.
But this guy, yeah, definitely
He's
recommend
sick,
him.
dude.
I
Dang, man,
want to
you
thank.
guys enabled
Is,
me.
is there a
Toy
link
Addict
where
was
you
the
can
one that
order them
enabled
online?
me. You could check Big Bag Toy Store. You could check FourHorsemen.com.
Yeah, they're on
They
Big
probably
Bag.
have some figure.
I believe they're still on Big Bad, Terrell.
I don't think he's on Big Bad
You sure?
because I was on Big Bad earlier to see if there was an update on Red Crumpus,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't see
Okay.
him, and I didn't see her, Lithia.
I thought she was on there like maybe they're down
Well, maybe I'll just
because they were
leave
on
it
there
out there
last
right
week.
now. Anybody finds them and wants to sell them, I'm at Tarot Comics.
Oh, Pablo said the huge collar piece. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I gave up. I just left him with the one that he came with. To be honest, I don't even think it goes on him.
Yeah, he's on there. He's still on there. You guys
He
can
is?
get him. Yeah, here I'll show it to you. There he is.
Oh, word.
He's there. But probably not for long. Just letting you know.
How much is he there?
It's 74 because they price them up about 10 bucks, 10 or 12
Yeah,
bucks.
it's $10 more than what it was at the con. I mean, he was 65. Okay.
But it's still worth it.
Yeah, but Toy Addict was the one that enabled me to get this guy right here, this handsome fella right here. And I love the soft goods. Like they just keep getting better and better. And this is, like I said, this is wired.
Love it.
I'm trying to see.
That's
And
awesome.
his weapons are fucking massive.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
I can see like if you made some styrofoam cement pieces and stuck some wire in them, right, and then built up a bunch of rubble and just had him like swinging those axes through it, and then just blew a little bit of dirt up through it as you had the camera on burst. It would look like he was like just smashing through a wall.
Well, what I was gonna do with him. This is gonna sound so fucked up. So I was gonna have him dragging Bill through the forest.
Yes.
Like bringing him to Lithia so she could drink his blood.
Oh yeah.
But man, yeah, I had a blast. Like just meeting a lot of people was probably the best part. I met so many people today. Pablo was one of them. And it was nice conversating with people and just it's amazing how toys could bring some people together.
Right.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And I take a lot of that in because in a lot of a lot of things, this is an escape from reality. So it's this is our safe haven when we get into our shooting mode, collecting mode, or just messing with toys in general.
Yep.
So to meet people between yesterday and today, and the interaction part of it was probably the best. And like today, yesterday, I was online 5 hours and it felt like an eternity. Today I was online from 5 o'clock in the morning and literally it felt like an hour. For 4 hours that I was online, it felt like 1 hour. Just talking to people and having fun.
You know what I think would be awesome is to arrange some kind of toy photographer con, right? Where all of us, we find some kind of central point, whether it's in the U.S., Canada, wherever, like some place where there's a hotel willing to give us all a deal to stay there, with some conference rooms where we can bring, like, we either set up tables to sell each other shit or to do collabs, like in person. Like, okay, I'll use my Wolverine, you use your Colossus, and
That'd be cool.
Yep.
right? Like that, I think shit like that would be awesome. And then, like, after you're done your photo shoot stuff, you go grab a few pints somewhere and just make like a weekend of it, right?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be real.
I
cool.
can't remember who said it. It was a while back. But I remember somebody was like, we need to get a central point and do one large giant collab out in the open where there's like
Fucking right.
500 toy photographers.
Dude, that'd be
And
so
just put all your figures on the floor and everybody just takes photos.
Okay.
Or at least your
Yes.
favorite figure, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
I think that
process.
would be dope. I mean, I think like there was a lot of people that traveled to Legion Con, and you guys know, like Toy Father and No Chewing came from Massachusetts to go to Toy Con with us, and I think that's dope. The traveling aspect of it, in the name of toys,
Yes.
and but not only in the name of toys, in the name of
Adventure.
friendship, because and adventure.
Yeah.
Because like when I met Toy Father and No Chewing, like we talk, and Thor and Green, you guys know this. We all talked in the chat for almost 3 years before actually meeting them in person, and then I got to meet them in person, and it was just like, well, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's a great thing, and it's a great feeling, and I think we need more of that. And
Yes.
I mean, if we could get a hotel, like you said, that'll accommodate every toy photographer willing to go, and just have like a toy con there of our own, fuck it.
Man, that'd be awesome. That's a
But
great
we could do that. Like, I honestly, guys, like I'm a project manager. Like, I'm willing to, if there's people that are interested, like, we could figure something out, right? It's all about contacting a hotel, identifying, like, okay, so there's potential for hundreds of people of the same interest to be wanting to stay at your location. What can you do so far as deals and giving us space for setting up, right?
Right.
Because volume brings power.
It does.
Yeah.
It actually does.
And especially if we assure them that it's going to be a respectful crowd and we're all people, right?
Yes.
Now, if allow me to propose that if it's in Canada, it would allow for you gentlemen to in a most carefree fashion participate in cannabis.
Yes, sir.
Not that would by any means be a priority, but
Right.
it would make it
But
an
it's
option.
an incentive.
It'll help the situation more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think I would be rather motivated to influence some local hotels to take us on.
Nice. Well, Vico's saying, he says it's easy. They rent out, hotels rent. They do. It's just a matter of contacting them.
It's not only that. You got to be willing, like,
figure out a central location.
Besides that, it's the dedication on the people willing to do it.
Right.
Because it's one thing to be like, all right, we got 100 toy photographers who agree.
Yeah, but
and then when the time comes, it's like,
you have to consider of whatever volume of invitees you're considering, that a 2% return on actual attendance.
Right. This is true.
Right. Like that's probably a fairly realistic assumption. So you would. So this wouldn't be something where we do it so that, hooray, we could maybe make some cash at it. It's just like, fuck, we were able to afford to do it, right? Like it's everybody would just contribute and split the cost, and we just go for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as long as it's planned out ahead, I think it gives plenty of time.
But that's the thing. Like that's where I'm thinking. Like if we wanted to do something like, say, maybe for spring or for summer or something,
right?
Like
for spring,
maybe what we could do offline, like from here, is collectively start trying to plan something like that.
Yep.
Yep. Right. I'm game.
For those that have families and stuff, like if it was going to be like a family where maybe the kids and whatever they would do their own thing, or even if they're participating, right? Like, but figure out the logistics for all of that, and then and consider what the audience would be when we're there, right? So how adult or how PG would the engagement be, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
but I think something like that would be pretty fun to do, right? To meet other people that have similar interests, are fellow creatives that are interested in growing and expanding, or even just fucking they love collecting toys, whatever it is. I think that would be a great vibe, a good crowd, you know.
No, I
Mhm.
think so too.
I agree.
It's definitely
absolutely.
That'd be dope.
That's one we got to definitely marinate on, because I feel like it could if it's really planned out right, it could be fun. It could be super fun.
I'm willing to help however, man, right? Like it's I most of my career has been as a project manager and a scrum master, so like I can help coordinate stuff.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
No, that works.
And honestly, like after the pandemic and it sort of changing social dynamics on certain things, I think it would be a blast to just be part of coordinating something that would help people get together and share in a shared experience of awesome, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I agree, man. I totally agree. This is good. And on that note,
man.
What do you got? Like, what do you got coming? What figure are you looking forward to that you got shipping to you, or something that you think
the alien, the Mezco alien figure?
Is that finally coming out?
Well, they haven't updated. They haven't changed the delivery date or the expected date yet. I'm hoping it comes out, just because I've had it on pre-order for a while.
Me too.
I've actually got a number of Mezco things that are apparently coming due. So I'm open, right? And you know, one thing, like on everywhere you see, like people bitch about Mezco's delivery times and stuff like that. I look at it like this: they're artists that have monetized what they love, right? Like so they're not good at estimating. They're not good at predicting timelines. But when it finally gets to you, rarely have I been disappointed by what comes to me.
This is true.
Right? So like for me, like when I consider bitching about it, I also think, well, you know, when I was 12, I used to get impatient too, right? But like so like if it takes 3 years, but when it shows up, it's fucking amazing. Great.
Right.
And I guess like if anyway, I was gonna be morbid and say, like, even if I passed, like when the figures show up, my family could still make money off them anyway.
This is true.
Right.
And Vico said, like piggybacking on the thing. Vico says, dudes, like print out large photos, set of 2, like poster size photos. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with something like that. So we're gonna start giving it some thought, figuring out how the optics of it looks.
For real, like even if we end up setting something up on Zoom where we have more like a meeting format, gives us the opportunity to do minutes and shit and share our ideas and stuff.
Yes.
Right. What I would suggest is you know, we come up with the possibilities of the concept, and then we get together and we meet. We kind of identify the things that we need to do to have in place, and then I can help to break it out into like just tasks, right? Like just the activities, and then we prioritize them and we assign a timeline to them, and we'll just make it
off and running. You're right.
Right.
Yep.
Very true.
And so far as budget, we just have to figure out what the cost would be based on this number, or what is the agreed to room cost,
right?
Someone to be there, right? And then based on if we're able to hit 100 attendees, we get a free conference room or something like that. Like that would be the discussion with the hotel to see if they can work that for us, right?
Right.
Not a bad. No, I like that.
I think we could get more than 100 people to go.
We could.
Oh yeah.
We could. It's very feasible.
Yeah, no, I think it would be wicked fun. Like,
it would be. Yeah. What you got coming, Green?
So I have the Super 7 Shredder coming I think,
Nice.
next week sometime.
Nice.
I ordered a soft goods cloak for my Moon Knight.
Okay. When are those showing up? Did they say?
Mine said it's shipping around the 15th.
Okay.
So probably I'd say like closer to the end of the month, maybe.
All right. I'll look out for it too.
But yeah, other than that, just the same stuff pre-ordered on Big Bad.
Right. Let that paint dry. What you got coming, Blitz? I mean, you're coming off of the Super Haul.
So I will say this. I have nothing coming. I'll be eating crackers and drinking water for the next month and a half.
Yeah, but you had a good splash, son.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like some of the Mythic Legions I have on pre-order on Big Bad might start shipping probably in the month, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And the Poxus Wave also from Mythic Legions. So I'm hoping that ships soon. But give me some breathing room. Give me some breathing room.
Okay. Yeah. You deserve some breathing room.
Let him breathe, man. Let him breathe.
And then other than that, I don't have anything. I won't be purchasing anything. I'm serious. I'll be eating a lot of crackers and maybe some
like
ramen
walking
noodles
past
and
toy shops like that.
And then every once in a while, damn you, McFarlane.
Right.
Yeah.
I think all I've got coming is just the move. I guess it's the Ultron wave. It's just a wave that has Moon Knight, Mr. Knight, Hawkeye.
Yeah, it's the Ultron wave.
No.
Oh no way.
That's the Ultron.
That's what's
is
coming.
That Hasbro?
Yeah, that's what I got coming this week.
And it's going to be is it a set or you got to buy them individually?
No, I got the wave except for Agent Carter. I'm holding off on her because I just wasn't in a hurry to get her.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in a hurry to make the Ultron Build-A-Figure, but I wanted Hawkeye and She-Hulk and Moon Knight, Mr. Knight. I wanted those guys.
I would love to get the Hellfire Club guards, like 3 or 4 of those, man. Have
they ever went back up?
What's that?
Have they went back up on Hasbro at all?
No, I have no idea. I just know I missed out on them, and I can't find them.
Yeah, they're crazy fine.
I don't know why they didn't make more of those because that's like they're prime time, like that X-Men story with Dark Phoenix and all that. Right? Like that, you got to be able to retell that story. I need those figures. You know?
Hasbro is silly like that. It's like the easy army builders. They don't have them just in stock all the time. You would think
why not? They don't even have to have it pre-made. They just have to be able to print them off and send them.
Yep.
Even if you paid a little bit of a premium for it, if it was available, then you'd buy it, right?
This is true. Very true.
I think it goes back to my other thing about like being able to build your own custom figures. Like, there's no reason why they can't do that. There's no reason why they just why make a figure so rare that we have to get gouged on the aftermarket. They make nothing off the aftermarket. If they were smart, they would make it available consistently until demand completely dried out.
Yep.
Right? And if you ordered it knowing you were going to get it, I mean, like for Mezco, you wait 2 years, right? Like, so if Hasbro took 8 months, you'd be like, "Whoa, yeah, you know." Until the demand totally dies out, why would you stop?
I don't know. That's why I have to always give kudos to Mythic Legions because they do that. They make it until the demand dries up. In fact, for all those out there who maybe missed out on Headless Horseman, they made an announcement last week that there's potentially going to be more Headless Horseman made.
You know what? That's actually something that I'd be quite interested in.
Because they know the demand, man, and so Mythic Legions they're just a good group of.
Simon posted a few cool pics of that figure, man.
Yeah, so that's just out there. But I think we'll wrap it up. But first of all, thanks for joining us again, Terrell X.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, brother. We appreciate you coming on. Some insightful stuff tonight. I loved some of the stuff you were dropping on, perspectives on us. It was great stuff. And we definitely want you and your fella to come back and host Pick Bar again.
Mhm.
So keep
Yes,
that,
sir.
Yeah,
keep that on the
Marshall
back
and
burner.
Newman.
Mhm.
Keep it on the back burner because once you guys come back and host again,
Yeah,
Yep.
right. I'll let them know. And
yeah, let them know. And speaking of which, I think this Wednesday, I believe the Rowdy Boys are going to
Rowdy
return
Boys
to
are
Pick
back.
Bar and do their thing.
Nice.
And then we haven't solidified it yet, but we got the second round of ladies' night coming either the 16th or the 23rd. We'll figure out which night it's going to be with a whole nother group of female toy photographers, and it's going to be nice, man. So we're going to keep it moving. And then as far as Lazy Boys, man, we got a lot coming. We're going to be dropping some videos and stuff, and Blitz will run it down for you. Just run it down for us, man, because we're going to drop dropping videos and some fun stuff.
So for the guests next Sunday, we have Jay Shot. He'll be joining us for Lazy Boys. As for videos, we the easiest way to put it is we want to do something different to help out the community and also have fun with the YouTube platform in general. So we have something called Lazy Shorts. So they'll just be short videos of it'll be like a lazy hunt, which is a toy hunt, us going looking for toys in the aisles or whatever, except for me because I'm eating crackers and drinking water. Lazy setups, which would be something like what we do when we go live, that we'll have a shot setup, except this time it'll be a shot from beginning to end. So you'll see us set up props or dioramas and see our perspective on how we do lighting. Something a little different that may help somebody in the community who has a question and they just don't know how to ask, or they might pick up a trick from one of us or in general. So we also have lazy unboxings or lazy reviews, right? In which we'll just do like a quick review on a figure that maybe somebody wants but is on the fence about because they don't know if they really want to get it or not. Hopefully that'll help the community make better purchases, not like I did today
like
and
all
yesterday.
y'all with Nemo.
Yeah, like Nemo, like you did tonight with Nemo.
You must get him. He is fantastic.
And then the latest one, which we're still working on how we're going to do it, is lazy collections. So it'll be pretty much like us showing off our collections, because sometimes people do act like they want to see the collections. But we want to get the people in the community involved as well in some way, where maybe they want to jump on, or maybe they want to showcase their collection and walk us through it. And, you know, obviously we give you guys your props and post a video of it. But it'd be nice to see your setup and how people set up, because it's almost the same way as setting up a photo. Like it goes into creativity. Some people have boxes stacked up, other people have things in order, other people are box collectors, other people are not box collectors. So I think that's going to be interesting as well. But yeah, man, this is all in the process of just trying to help the community. It's more so like to see things in a wider aspect, because there's not enough time in the day to talk all of this all the time. I wish there was, but I think it'll help. And it's fun. It allows us to be more creative with the Lazy Boy show, and I feel like it's just going to push us in a different direction and better our limitations and how we do things. Like I said, I started messing with CapCut and editing, so I'm enjoying it as I go. So like videos like this will help me more as I go.
Right on.
And also the videos won't be long, so you guys are not going to be sitting down for like 45 minutes. They're called Lazy Shorts for a reason.
Thank you. My attention span is like for videos like if I'm not mistaken, I'm posting the first one tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So mine is a lazy setup. It's literally like 2 minutes, but it's a beginning to end, straightforward. So I hope you guys check it out. We'll post a video on like Instagram with a link, so you guys can hit it, take a look at it, and any feedback or any comments that you want to do, or not only that, if there's anything that you guys want to see us try to do, that might help us as well. Because it's a revolving door. It's a community thing. It's not just Lazy Boys. It involves everybody.
Well, I'm happy to come back anytime, guys.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. You got to come back.
Yes.
Yeah. And Thel, real quick, you have a good night too, Vico. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man.
Thanks for stopping by.
Vico, Pablo,
Pablo.
Unworthy,
Mhm.
Amelia,
Unworthy.
Time Artist, AB, 88 Figs, Toy Addict, man,
Right on.
Rama Toys, man. Yeah, everybody who joined us tonight, we appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Zoka Bias. I can never say that name.
Zoka, is that Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everyone, tonight. And let's just take it. Oh, and don't forget, we've also got after J Shots, we've got guests. The next several Sundays are coming in to Lazy Boyz with us, so we'll keep you guys updated. It's gonna.
Oh yeah, we're rolling into guests going into already like middle December. So
yeah, so
it's awesome.
It'll be fun.
It's all in just wanting to have people step out of either their comfort zone or just we want to hear the stories. That's what it is. I mean, we like having people on. And he's enabling me, and I can't.
He's straight enabling.
Listen, if I buy that figure now on Amazon, I'm not gonna have crackers. I'm just gonna have water, and it's gonna be it's gonna be tap water.
Eating air, eating the
Be like
air,
a fancy go ice cubes.
Instead of hot pockets, he's eating air pockets.
Chewing on ice cubes. Stale cereal. I'm gonna have stale cereal.
There you go.
Well, further notice.
At least with me enabling you, it gives you something to focus on the hate for a little bit, right? I'll share the guilt with you, brother. Terrell made me do it, but he's an okay guy. But Terrell, I'll share that.
Nah, I won't buy nothing. I gotta behave. My wife will kill me. She's already yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway,
go for it, boys.
I still have.
I was just gonna say
more. The
Albert.
We still have more Albert Marvel Legends heads for Tuscan Traders.
It's down there in the link, scrolling right now.
Yep, $25. Hit me up, Midnight Stars. Any one of us. We're more than happy to help you out. Going to a great cause, a great family. There's still 6 left, so let's get them sold.
That's at the link here in the video.
Well, that's the GoFundMe that it's going to. But hit up Green and let him know if you're interested. But that's where all of it's going.
Could I ask you to just like send me whatever link or whatever? I'll go and participate however I can.
Yeah. Message Green.
Yeah.
It's message right after the show.
I'll reach out to you, man.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I got you.
And speaking of which, right, Blitz? Christmas, December.
Oh yeah, I'm getting right into it.
Okay.
So yeah, once again, in memory of our fallen brother Tuscan Traders, we'll be doing the 12 days of Tuscan. So the template is already completed. We have the 12 themes thanks to his wife Sharon. So it'll be 12 days of themes that she picked and her son picked, and the people who participate in it. Once it's all said and done and all 12 themes are done, I will be printing out all the photos, and it's going to be creating a photo album for his son, so he can have memories of how important his father was to many of us in the community. And he could see like the different themes that his mom participated in and keeping his legacy alive as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome.
So, like I said, the template's done. She gave me the themes. I sent her the template, and she approves. So we're gonna roll that in. I think we'll probably talk about it into when we want to post it before it begins. Probably maybe right after Thanksgiving. That'll be something.
Yeah.
But she's looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to it because it's going to, a wonderful family, like Green said, and it's something where his young child can grow and be like, my dad was important in this. He loved this for a reason, and Yeah, man. I just think that's gonna be
That
something
makes it
special.
incredible, man. That really
Appreciate it,
to
man.
me
Appreciate it.
is such an incredible thought, and
We're honored, man. We're
so
honored.
for his child to have. I think
Yeah.
that's beautiful,
Yeah.
actually.
Thank
I
you,
was
man.
even thinking, so like with the photo album, and this came to me like the day before yesterday. So the way the template is, and you guys seen the template because I've sent it to you guys.
Mhm.
I'm going to try to blow that up more,
Okay.
and that'll be the cover of the photo
Oh,
album.
okay.
Oh,
Cool.
nice. That's awesome.
And Sharon had sent me some photos of Ryan, Tuscan Traders. So I'm gonna see if I can incorporate it in one huge sheet cover and put him like
Yeah.
all over it. And yeah,
Sweet.
Oh, that's dope.
so
There we go.
we
Oh,
got
man.
ideas for him,
Good
man. I mean,
Yeah.
he's gone, but he ain't forgotten from us, man.
No,
Never.
definitely
Never.
not. Definitely not. So that's what's up. Nah, man.
It would be neat if there was a way to create like a animated GIF of like all of his photos turning into a picture of his wife and child. You know, but like the photos are making up,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Have
yeah.
it like you're zoomed in on like maybe one of his photos that had the most amount of reactions, and then pull out from it, and all the photos start coming, and then they sort of form into a picture of him and his or his wife and son.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
That's dope.
Something
I don't know if we can do that, but that would be
Right.
fucking awesome. There has to be an app that can do something like that.
Well, I mean, once the 12 days is done, it's gonna be a while before I gather everybody's photo because I'm anticipating a lot of people gonna
Hopefully,
participate.
yeah. There should be
Yeah.
tons of people.
Yeah,
participating.
and it's going on for 12 different themes. So it'll
Right.
be, I'm anticipating a lot. So I
Yeah,
want to make
I
sure
hope-
that I get to everybody that participates and make sure I don't miss their photos. Because it's people taking their time out as well to do something, which is going into a great thing.
Yes. It's gonna be good,
Yeah.
man.
But
On that note, yeah.
I guess we're going to run it down.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on Lazy Boys. Terrell Comics, thank you. It was always a pleasure to have you
Thank
on
you,
with us.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
No problem. Do us a favor, hit that lazy button down below, like, share, subscribe, tell everybody about us.
Indeed.
If you guys want to be on with us, please reach out to one of us. We love having you on. Like Thor said, we're already scheduled down
I'll
the line.
pre-reserve right now.
There you go. That works for me. We're scheduled like going already into December, and it's just gonna keep going. And we do it because like it's one thing to see a person's photo, but it's also another thing to actually speak to the person and see what drives them when it comes to such a wonderful community that's out there in toy photography.
Yep.
So if you guys want to be on, please hit us up, let us know. If you know someone who wants to be on or may want to be on, let us know as well. And also, I was actually thinking about this earlier with some of the people that I was talking to on the line. If you know someone who is thinking about streaming or thinking about trying to go live but don't know how or too nervous to, let them come to us. And this is an easy way to break the ice into.
Yep.
I can attest to that. That's
Get your feet wet.
true. You know, it's this might be oversharing, but I've also had a lot of pints. I used to play competitive paintball, and when your session was coming up, we used to call it the nervous poops. Right, like you'd have to run to the outhouse or not the outhouse, the little porta potty they had there, drop all your gear and let her go, and then pop her back up and go out and shoot fools, right? And so in leading up to these videos, every single time I always get like a run of the competitive paintball nervous poops. and so for anybody watching, it will help you with your nervous poops. They won't be as aggressive.
Yeah, we try to make it as easy as possible for anybody that comes on with us.
Absolutely.
And like we're grateful just to have the guests every week that we have, and more people are accepting to be on. Like I said, we got people going into December, and it's a beautiful thing. And I could only imagine it's just going to keep going from there. But once again, man, thank you for joining us. Thank everybody in the chat for joining us. once again, 12 Days of Tuscan is coming up. Lazy Boyz, I'm sorry, Pick Bar. So Rowdy Boys will be with us on Wednesday.
Yes.
Pick Bar next. Lazy Boys next. I'm sorry, I'm tired, bro. 2 days of 4 o'clock in the morning.
No
5 o'clock in
worries.
the morning. Next Sunday, J Shot will be our guest. I'm not sure if Toy Talk has anybody, but Toy Talk should be on Monday.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. I mean, it's always fun chopping it up with you guys. I look forward to this.
Always, man.
And I look forward to every guest we have on. Like I hit up Terrell earlier, and I told him that I've been busy, but I'm making sure you're still coming on so I could do a promo video. But
I've
you
been
again,
busy
man.
too, so it just happened that we were able to line up in our.
It worked, man. It worked.
Yeah. Thank you for this, guys. It was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
absolutely, bro.
No problem.
Absolutely.
Pablo Lopez says, "I'm looking forward to being on." Man, we're looking forward to have you on, man. He's a real cool dude.
Yeah,
man.
Pablo.
Yes, absolutely. So
I met him today. He's a real cool dude, man. I'm actually happy to have him on too.
Right
But
on.
it's time to stop being lazy, people.
you heard the man.
You
Get out
heard
of
him.
here.
Because the cabal says so.
Later.
Good night,
All right,
everybody.
good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Right.